Gold in just 1 week is still in debate. Could this be the richest discovery of the show? Let us delve into Parker's incredible find and the hidden gems behind his success. Gold mining is still going strong today, even though many folks might think it was something that only happened back in the 1800s. This interest in gold mining is clearly highlighted by the hit Discovery Channel show Gold Rush. The show mainly takes place in Dawson City, Yukon, Canada, but it also gives us a glimpse into various gold mining activities all over the area. Over the seasons, the show has been a roller coaster of successes and setbacks, and viewers have watched characters like Parker Schnabel try to hit it big from the very beginning. Parker has been a part of Gold Rush since it first aired back in 2010. Even though he was only in a few episodes in that first season, he quickly captured the hearts of many viewers. Despite being one of the younger miners, he's really serious about his mining work. Even so, despite being well-known and sometimes a bit quick to anger, many people still don't know much about his personal life. Parker describes his upbringing as that of a pretty typical Alaskan kid with a lot of time spent outdoors, especially hunting. We hardly ever needed to buy meat for about 5 years because of all the hunting. I was really proud of that, he has said. According to the Times, there was a significant shift in his interests during his teen years. For Parker, it wasn't about hunting deer, bears, and moose anymore. He had discovered something far more exciting: gold. On Gold Rush, Parker is known as a connoisseur of dirt, and he earns about $20 million a year, making him more successful than many others in the field. Is also the star of Discovery's most-watched show. His start in reality TV and mining began at a young age. At just 15, while he was helping run the Big Nugget Mine, a small operation started by his very old grandfather, a TV crew came to scout him. They started filming him and just couldn't stop. As a teenager, discovering wealth in ways most teens discover: parties and fun times. He was naturally engaging. The gold mining business is tough, as noted by Maxim, but Parker seems to have an unusual level of wisdom and determination for someone his age, often saying his late grandfather inspired him. He outgrew Big Nugget and by 19 had moved on to bigger mining ventures in the vast untamed lands of the Canadian Klondike. More than a century after the initial gold rush, many who try to make it big in the Klondike still don't succeed. Despite the inconsistent seasons, Parker says his high earnings come from his approach of investing profits right back into the ground. Despite being a young millionaire, his lifestyle remains modest. I don't have a yacht, luxury cars, or big mansion. What I have is a big, costly sandbox. The gold market boom in the 21st century has been a boon for miners, but making money largely depends on logistics, which the Times reports as terrible in the Klondike. To extract just 1 ounce of gold worth about $1,500, you need to process enough soil and use enough trucks to fill about half of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The mining season is short in this northern territory, and Parker alone spends about $2 million on fuel. He emphasizes that making smart choices daily is key to financial success, but a few bad decisions can completely wreck you. Parker isn't really drawn to the gold itself. He says that it's just what he sells to continue mining. He mines to get gold, which then helps fund more mining. Entrepreneur points out that, unlike many of his peers, Parker has successfully branched out into other areas, especially with his work on TV. During the mining off-season, he's managed to produce several adventurous Gold Rush spin-offs. Recently, he took his mining adventures from a cold north down to the challenging jungles of Guyana. Now 25, Parker reflects on his unusual career. noting, "I've spent a lot of time with people older than me, rather than with my peers. I was trying to run a business with a bunch of old guys who didn't like being told what to do." As for what's next, his considering more TV projects, new mining ventures, maybe starting a cannabis farm, or jokingly, maybe I'll just flip burgers. As Parker Schnabel digs for gold, the challenges are as big as the rewards. Parker Schnabel has made quite a name for himself in gold mining, a fact well known to fans of the Gold Rush series. This success has translated into a substantial fortune, particularly remarkable since he's still in his 20s. As of 2020, estimates suggest that Parker's net worth is around $10 million. While some might see that kind of money as a ticket to an easy life, Parker chooses to reinvest much of it back into his mining operations. He often updates and buys new equipment to make sure his operations are top-notch. It's important to remember that Parker's impressive earnings are not just for him. The profits from the gold his team mines each season also help to support a large crew, providing them with good wages, even though the exact amounts they earn aren't publicly shared. Gold Rush started when Parker was still quite young, and initially, the show focused more on his grandfather, John Schnabel, who owned and ran the Big Nugget mine in Porcupine Creek, Alaska. After the second season, John stepped away from the show, handing over the leadership to Parker. This transition made Parker a more central figure in the show's stories. Unfortunately, John passed away in 2016 at the age of 96. His passing marked the end of an era as he had been an active miner until just 2 years prior. Parker was deeply appreciative of his grandfather's legacy and publicly acknowledged the positive impact John had on his life and the show. John Schnabel. Success in mining meant that Parker grew up in a financially stable environment. From his birth in 1994, there was a college fund in his name, ensuring that he could have pursued higher education without worrying about the costs. However, Parker decided against college when he inherited the family business. Instead, he invested his college fund into starting his own mining venture. Parker chose the life of a miner over that of a college student seeking to uncover not only gold, but also a fulfilling new lifestyle in the wilds of Alaska. This decision proved fruitful. Early on, in the second season of Gold Rush, Parker and his crew managed to find 34 ounces of gold, which was worth around $55,000 at the time. This significant find changed Parker's life, reaffirming his commitment to continue mining and participating in the show. During a Facebook Live Q&A session in 2017, Parker engaged with his fans, discussing various aspects of his life and career. He shared insights into his personal interests, his relationships, and even some of his more memorable mining finds. One particular story he shared was about the largest gold nugget he had discovered, which weighed about a quarter of an ounce and was valued between $400 and $500. Parker reflected on how the sizes of gold nuggets have decreased since the 1980s, when his grandfather would often find much larger nuggets. Despite these changes, Parker has consistently demonstrated his ability to find considerable amounts of gold each season, maintaining his status as a skilled and successful miner. Parker's growing popularity from Gold Rush naturally led to new opportunities. In television, he embarked on an adventure along the Klondike Trail with teammates Rick Ness, Carla, and cinematographer James Lovell, which was later developed into the miniseries Gold Rush Parker's Trail. This project turned out to be more than just another filming venture. It was an experience filled with personal challenges. Parker and James Lovell in particular found it difficult to work together, experiencing a clash of personalities that Parker found particularly challenging. This conflict, while briefly mentioned on the show, underscored the difficulties of capturing such personal tensions on camera. Parker's admission that he found some of James' behaviors troublesome highlights the complexities of relationships in high-pressure environments like gold mining and reality TV filming. Parker Schnabel's path is about more than just finding gold. It's about personal growth and learning from life's challenges. Parker Schnabel has a lot of fond memories from his years spent hunting for gold, having been on Gold Rush for 11 seasons, and a few other related shows. During a Facebook Live Q&A, when asked about his favorite memory, he spoke warmly about learning from his grandfather, John. From the start, it was clear that Parker and his grandfather had a special bond. Nowadays, Parker values this relationship even more because his found it tough to keep up with old friends. He shared that many of his old pals have moved on and is so busy with work that he hardly has time for catching up. His grandfather would no doubt be proud of everything he's managed to accomplish with all the time he spends at work. Ashley Yule joining the cast in the 8th season of Gold Rush was a major highlight. After meeting Parker in 2016, Ashley quickly jumped into the world of reality TV. Alongside him, she showed up several times during the show, but wasn't there when Season 9 rolled around. In an episode from 2018 called Win Big or Die Trying, Parker talked about their breakup and took most of the responsibility for it. He said that even though they had a successful mining season, he didn't make enough time for their relationship. He acknowledged that Ashley deserved better because she really enjoyed her time on the show. It was unfortunate they couldn't make things work. Secrets of resilience that leave scientists stunned and spark a question in all of us. What are we truly capable of? Let's start with the Inuit, a people who call the Arctic home, a place where temperatures can plummet to minus 50 degrees C, where exposed skin freezes in seconds. Imagine stepping outside and instantly feeling the burn of cold air slicing against your cheeks, your eyelashes icing over, your breath crystallizing midday, your fingers numb within minutes, your body shivering against the icy grip of nature. But for the Inuit, this is just another day. They hunt, build, and thrive under these conditions, demonstrating an adaptability so profound that scientists are still unraveling the biological and cultural strategies that make it possible. How do they withstand such cold? What genetic or behavioral traits allow them to persist in an environment that would bring most of us to our knees? The answers are found in a combination of evolved physiology and inherited wisdom. Their bodies have adapted over generations with metabolic rates tuned for extreme temperatures and dietary habits centered around high-fat, nutrient-dense foods that provide both energy and insulation. From a young age, Inuit children learn survival skills that go beyond mere coping. They learn how to read the ice, how to spot shifts in weather patterns, and how to build igloos that trap warmth with astonishing efficiency. Their clothing, often made from caribou and seal skins, is expertly crafted to maintain warmth even during brutal windstorms. This way of life, intertwining biology, tradition, and intuition, paints a picture of human resilience that forces us to rethink our limits. Could we, in their place, survive? Could we endure what they face daily? These questions ripple across scientific fields, prompting further research into the limits of human adaptation. And while the Inuit stand as a testament to enduring the coldest of worlds, they are not alone in defying nature's extremes. Across the globe, from the scorching deserts to the high-altitude peaks of the Andes, other cultures too exhibit remarkable resilience. Yet, the Arctic presents perhaps the most unforgiving test of All an arena where only the toughest can prevail, where merely existing is a triumph, and where, through sheer endurance and ingenuity, the Inuit remind us of the extraordinary depths of human capability. Scientists studying Inuit genetics have discovered unique adaptations in genes related to fat, metabolism, and energy regulation. Unlike many other populations, the Inuit are able to derive and use energy from omega-3-rich diets without developing the cardiovascular issues often associated with high-fat intake. This adaptation isn't just about survival. It's about thriving in a place where the sun disappears for months, where vitamin D must be gathered not from rays of light, but from the organs of marine animals. It's a lifestyle so intertwined with the Arctic environment that any disruption, be it climate change or modernization, threatens a delicate balance preserved through centuries. Their cultural knowledge passed down orally through storytelling, songs, and rituals acts as a living library of survival techniques. Navigation by stars, reading snowdrift patterns, listening to the way ice cracks. These are not just curiosities. They are vital, life-saving skills. And these techniques, developed long before satellite weather forecasts or modern insulation, showcase a harmony with nature that many modern societies have lost. In embracing hardship, in adapting to an environment so unwelcoming, the Inuit embody a human truth that resilience is not born